What's really good, you guys? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. So for today's video, I thought let's sit down, let's play in makeup. Of course, that's what we love to do on this channel. But not only that, I really wanted to test out some makeup trends that I've seen over on TikTok. I swear you can learn any and everything over on TikTok these days. So I got to scrolling one night and then I thought, let's do a full face of these makeup trends to see if I can come across some new tips and tricks or even makeup techniques that could potentially transform my everyday makeup routine. So I already have on a little bit of foundation. I am using the Makeup by Mario Surreal Skin Foundation. I went to an event with them in Miami not too long ago, and let me tell you, I fell in love with this foundation well before the event and then fell in love with it even more after meeting Mario and everything that he put behind it. Like, my skin, unreal. If you guys haven't tried this, I definitely recommend checking it out if you're into that glow, that natural, that dew. I only use like less than one pump of foundation on my skin, if that says anything. I mean, I also used a little bit of the ABH Brow Freeze with the Makeup by Mario Master Matte eyeshadow palette on my brows. So I'll have all of this linked down below. Let's just jump in. Let's do the damn thing. A makeup trend I've been seeing all over the internet is using an eyelash curler to cut the crease. Before I actually go in and show you guys that, I am gonna go in with the Master Matte eyeshadow palette by Makeup by Mario, and I'm just gonna get a really pretty, just soft transition going. I'm using this shade and this shade mixed together. You guys know this eyeshadow palette really is my jam. I just love it. So I'm gonna take it on a blending brush. This one is by Sigma, and I'm lightly just gonna diffuse this in my outer V just because I do want a really nice blend before I actually go in and cut that crease. The next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go in with my eyelash curler, place it here in my crease with eyeshadow on my brush, which is slightly deeper than the shade we already used. And I'm gonna cut my crease with this. I'm actually a little nervous because I feel like I probably did this a little too high. I'm gonna be real, I don't know how I feel about this. I feel like the cut crease, it is exactly where I would want it, but I just feel like in hindsight, it would probably be just like a little easier to just cut it with concealer. I don't know how to feel about it. It's different and it's definitely unique, but I can't say that this is my favorite method for cutting the crease. I just feel like it's a little bit more work, if I'm being honest. Like, now I have to figure out the best way to like blend out this line and this edge. If you guys have tried this method, let me know your thoughts down below. Another thing, when you get to putting this eyelash curler here on your eye, I don't know if it's just mine and the way it's set up, but you can definitely see it's messing up my foundation here. All in all, my verdict would be that this is a little messy. It's a little excessive, and I think you can get a prettier, easier cut crease just using a thin brush and a little bit of concealer. So that makeup trend clearly did not work out for us. So we're just gonna move on to the next one, which is eyeshadow as eyeliner. I see a lot of people just ditching the liquid eyeliners, and this is something I gave up a really long time ago. I feel like eyeshadow is just very convenient. It's very soft and effortless, and I feel like that's the direction in which makeup is going now. So I am going to be using the Master Matte eyeshadow palette by Makeup by Mario, and I'm gonna take the deep brown on an angled brush, and I'm gonna go in and just create a baby wing. I'm not gonna do anything too crazy or too dramatic. I just want a very, very light wing. I'm also not gonna drag it all the way inwards. I'm probably gonna stop in like the center of my eye. Another makeup trend I've been seeing all over is lifting concealer. You guys remember back from like 2016, 2019, we were literally applying our concealer in the shape of a triangle. Well, apparently that's not in, it's out, and I'm kind of here for it. The concealer I'm going to be using is the Dior Skin Correct Concealer, which is one of my personal favorites. The shade I am using is 1.5N, and apparently you want to take the concealer here, 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 here. You want to take it here, and then I even seen it go as far as like here. Now that the concealer is nice and blended out, I definitely want to give you guys my thoughts. I feel like concealer placement makes all the difference. You can definitely see a clear difference between this side and this side over here. Applying a little bit of that concealer right underneath the brows in an upward motion really helped to elongate my eyeshadow and give me that really pretty foxy siren eye that we've seen all over the internet. All in all, I definitely think that this is a technique and a trend that I'm going to continue to use in my everyday makeup routine because it looks good. Another makeup trend I've been seeing a ton is using a blush underneath the eyes mixed in with a little bit of your concealer to color correct. I think that's a little excessive. I think it's a little too much. I've also been seeing using a pink colored powder underneath the eyes to really help brighten. So that's what I'm gonna be doing today because it feels a little bit more natural and realistic for me personally. I will be using the Bare Minerals concealer in the shade Bisque. This is a really pretty kind of like pink colored under eye concealer. And I'm gonna take some onto a brush and I'm gonna use the slightest bit to brighten. Using something with more of a pink undertone is really just gonna help brighten underneath the eyes and cancel out any discoloration. You know what powder I really want to get though? The one by Huda Beauty, like the really pretty light pink one. I feel like it's been sold out forever though. If you guys have it, let me know your thoughts on it down below because I'm still really considering buying it. Another really big makeup trend right now is kind of like that foxy siren eye. And I feel like the only way to get that is to just take a little bit of a darker eyeshadow and put it closest to the lower lash line and also elongate your very inner corner, which I'm terrible at. I kind of don't want to do it for that reason, but I feel like that's what this video is all about. It's about trying different things and just experimenting with makeup. So I'm going to take an angled brush, dip into my Master Matte eyeshadow palette, that dark brown, and I'm just going to slide a little bit of that dark brown, connecting it with my liner and just bringing it inwards. And then with that same angled brush, I'm just gonna take a dark brown and just elongate this very inner corner, which I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little terrible at, but I think it'll be all right. I wasn't kidding when I said I'm kind of bad at elongating the very inner part of my eyes. Do not judge me, okay? I feel like this makeup technique really changes the shape of your eyes and the overall look of your face. I don't know if it's just me, but I feel very strange, but we're gonna keep it moving. The next trend I've been seeing a ton of is ditching the strip lashes and cutting them in half to create more of an accent lash, which is ultimately going to help lift the eyes up. So I'm gonna be using these today. These are the Kiss So Wispy Full Bouncy Volume and Curl, style number 11. And when I say cut these, I literally mean cut them. Like, do not be shy at all. I'm cutting about that much off, which I know doesn't seem like a lot, but it makes a huge difference whenever you put on your eyelashes. By the way, I'm not sure if you have noticed, but I did choose a lash that was very wispy and just overall natural, just because I feel like people are actually embracing their natural lashes a lot more than we saw a couple years back. I feel like false lashes were literally all the rage, but you're seeing more and more people just opt for mascara. So I wanted a little bit more drama, but I still wanted it to remain true to the overall trend, which was very wispy and just kind of like natural lashes. Listen, I don't know if it's just me, but I always get the worst case of imposter syndrome every time I do this little inner corner eye technique. I just feel so unlike myself, but let's go ahead and move on. Another makeup technique I've been seeing everywhere is like the round face contour or the round contour base. Something like that. Pretty much you just take your contour and you bring it all the way down like this. I know, very strange, very different. Usually we've been taught to keep your contour or bronzer up high just so that way it doesn't look muddy, but apparently this is supposed to give you the illusion of a slimmer face. I do have a naturally round face, so I'm really hoping that this works out for me. I'm just gonna use my Makeup by Mario brush to buff and blend this out. By the way, the only areas of my face that I set was directly underneath the eye, so I shouldn't have an issue blending this out on the rest of my face. I will say the bronzer blended out very nicely. This is different though, like really different. I feel like this is supposed to give you the illusion of like sunken in cheeks, like that illusion, because you can definitely see that there is a shadow here. Very different for me, but we're gonna roll with it just because I'm gonna try something different and new with my makeup today. You guys are gonna have to let me know your thoughts of all of these techniques down below. Which one is your favorite? Which one would you skip? in all of that. Like, we have to have a conversation. I feel like these videos are meant to be fun. It's me experimenting with makeup, and I like it because I can kind of step outside of my comfort zone. You guys know, typically I really just get stuck in my ways and I stick to what I know and what I love, but makeup is supposed to be fun and experimental, so that's what we're doing today. Now that I have that blended out, I definitely feel like I need a little bit of concealer here and here because I kind of got rid of it in the process, and I feel like this is really gonna help shape up the face. I definitely feel like it's giving what it's supposed to give, but I feel like my contour, it's a little bit too like out there and dramatic. So I'm gonna steal a technique from celebrity makeup artist Mary Phillips, and I'm going to take a little bit of foundation onto the back of my hand, and I'm just gonna swirl it in there, and then I'm gonna take more of a fluffy brush like this, and then I'm gonna lightly just blend it directly over top of the contour. And I feel like this is just going to create that shadow and just make things look a little bit more natural and just like not so in your face. And I also feel like this is a trend that's been going all around the internet as well. So another thing I'm seeing a ton of is kind of like vintage skin, in a sense that the skin is mattified, so you're not gonna see like glass-like skin or super glossy skin. It's gonna be mattified but not overly matte. So think Kosas Cloud Set Powder or even the Ambient Lighting Setting Powders by Hourglass. I'm just gonna go back and forth between these two, and I'm gonna set my forehead, and these powders give such a beautiful glow to the skin without making it look like super shimmery or shiny. Another powder that does a good job of that is this brightening powder by Charlotte Tilbury. So you can even take a little bit here underneath the eyes to give that really pretty glow, again, without looking like shimmer. I feel like I've mattified the skin enough. I definitely need to go in with more of a powder bronzer. This one is by Charlotte Tilbury as well. So I'm just gonna swirl in there. I feel like there's a couple of different blush trends going on. You guys know the iconic W blush that's literally blowing up everywhere. I'm not going to do that just because I did do the round contour, and I feel like the two just don't really mesh well. So I am just gonna take a really pretty pink blush. I'm just using the limited edition Hourglass palette, and I'm just going to apply it high up, just like I usually would. I feel like this is gonna complement my contour really, really well. I don't know what it is, but I've been obsessed with this Hourglass palette. I definitely want to go in and get some singles and stuff like that next time there is a Sephora sale. I don't usually splurge on high-end makeup often, but when I do, it's usually when there is a sale. So again, I've just been obsessed with their powders, bronzers, blushes, everything just blends so pretty on the skin. Another trend that I saw that I thought was really different was lining your lips to create more of a rounded lip look, which I don't know how I'm gonna feel about it, but we're gonna try it out anyways. I'm gonna use the Terracotta Lip Liner by Huda Beauty. This is one of the Lip Contour 2.0 pencils. I really love this formula. It's creamy, it blends out very nice. So I'm gonna start on my Cupid's bow. So you can see I created more of a rounded lip. And instead of going all the way down here and meeting the end of my lip, I'm just going to bring it down like that. I'm sorry, but my lips look little. Are people really doing this? It's kind of a no for me. I look funny. I'm gonna take a little bit of concealer and I'm just going to round out the edge of my lip. I'm just gonna go in with a little bit more of my lip liner and then just blend, blend, blend. I feel like my lip line is just kind of like naturally like getting whiter, so it definitely got a little whiter, but it's rounder than what it would typically be. For my actual lip color, I'm just gonna use this lipstick by Charlotte Tilbury. This one is in the shade Yes Honey. So I went ahead and zoomed you out so that way you can get a feel for the final and completed look of me testing out viral makeup trends that I've seen over on TikTok. All in all, I did have a lot of fun. I felt like this was different and it was interesting. I found some makeup trends that I really liked. Some were complete flops and some I really just did not care for, like the circle lip liner look. I don't know what that was all about, but I just was not feeling it. I do really like the lifting concealer. I feel like it really helped elongate my eyes and create that really pretty foxy look. The very inner corner, I know I spoke about how I felt like I had imposter syndrome because I elongated the very inner corner, giving me that really pretty almond shape, but that's because I'm not used to it. I could definitely see myself doing it again and perfecting it and doing it from time to time because it is really pretty. I also really like the contour. It's different, but I just feel like with the lifting of the eyes, I don't know, I don't feel like it pairs the best, but I may just need to practice it a little bit more. I love to know your thoughts on everything down below, so let me know your thoughts. And if you want to see a part 2 of this, like this video, subscribe to my channel, and don't forget to turn on your post notifications so that way you guys don't miss any future videos from me. But I gotta run. Atlas is downstairs. He's having a ball and I want to have a ball with him. So I love you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. And until next time, I'll be sure to catch you guys all on the next one. Deuces.